Black Wall Street is now online, baby. That's right. Visit the GW District. Shop the very best in men's and women's apparel and accessories, home decor, office supplies, books, pantry items, and so much more. The GW District is a retail marketplace of Black-owned products and media. We're both veteran and Black-owned, and we're bringing you the best online shopping experience with products made by small businesses. Come and experience the GW District difference today at shopgwdistrict.com. That's shopgwdistrict.com. The GW District, a retail marketplace of Black-owned products and media.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
Good evening.
Good evening. How are you?
I'm doing good. Relaxed. Enjoying your Twitter feed, actually. Scrolling down, checking out what you're working with and everything. I do my research and everything. And how have your week been and your day and July 4th weekend?
It has been really nice. I
So
don't
what you
tell
do?
about that.
Oh, this is word. So what did you do over the weekend, for July 4th, but over the weekend?
Over the weekend, I spent time with my husband and got to meet some more of his friends
Oh,
and family. It was really nice. That was just about it. And then I stayed in the house and worked and went to the gym.
yeah, I see you work out. I see you do work out and stuff. It's just like I talked to one of my co-hosts. We always talk about ladies working out and being in shape, because when you're doing this filming, is a workout and exercise. Because sometimes we be sore afterwards. It ain't a good thing unless you is sore, to be honest, if you ask me.
Oh, really? Wow. Oh, I don't
Yeah,
really do
because
that, but
because
you know.
but see, you work out, so it's kind of like with you, and I can see you flexible as hell, so you probably don't be sore too often after you finish.
No, not really. I don't get sore. You gotta remember to stretch before season. You have to build up your stamina. You have to think about, the activities you're gonna do before and after, the stuff you're gonna eat, and how it's gonna make you feel. You prepare for it like you do.
Yeah, because people don't realize it's a prep for when you do shoots, physical as well as mental. I always talk about that on this show or what have you. So, like, what's some of the things that you do mentally to prep yourself before you ever do a shoot?
Mentally, I do many things mentally. I'm very particular about who I shoot with, and when I shoot, like, I only shoot when I want to. If I'm not feeling it, then I won't do it. If like something not right, I'm like, nope, if I'm not centered, then it's not going to be genuine. And if it's not genuine, you're going to be able to tell. And I'm not going to enjoy it. So I'm not going to waste my time and energy on something I don't think I'm going to enjoy, or at least.
Interesting. See, she's a woman that's a proponent of energy, like myself. So I see we have a lot in common. So let me do these particulars, and we can get this wonderful interview on the road, sexy. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Smokers Lounge here on Anchor, the perfect app for anyone who's trying to start their own podcast career. All you got to do is download the Anchor app or go to anchor.fm and get yourself a profile today. I'm your host, Kavanaugh, the Southern Champ, a.k.a. the Porn Rap Star. Y'all know what it is. Find all my links in one place with one link. allmylinks.com/Porn Rap Star. Let me tell you about three wonderful sponsors that we have. The first one being the Facebook of the LS community. Y'all know what it is, lsworld.com. Go get a profile today. Next up is the hottest adult magazine rising in the game. I'm talking about Eroticism Magazine. So go to eroticismmagazine.com, get yourself a monthly subscription, get it digital or get it paperback and mailed to you. And last but not least, but Black owned. For you consumers, a new place where you can consume XXX content from the world's best porn stars, content creators, and everything else. And for you content creators, 90% profit and no hashtag problems. I'm talking about xsitebunny.com. We're a proud member of the GW District Black Podcasting Network. Plus, while you're on the site, go ahead and get some shopping done from 500 Black-owned boutiques, shops, and stores. I'm talking about shopgwdistrict.com. Also, check us out on skyhawkafterdarktv.com, as well as the BGP LLC app, which you can download on your phone or you can check it out in your browser. Now I'm about to shove and let this sexy, freaky, and I see a beast in front of the camera introduce herself, and I dare say future legend. Go ahead.
Thank you. Hi, I'm Honey Dip C. That's what that's what they call me for short. Full name, if you're looking for me, Honey Dipped Cream Puff. They what C stands for.
Yeah, I saw that on your thing. So you are the neighborhood soul snatcher. Break that down to us.
That's what it sounds like. You know how you have the neighborhood candy lady.
Yeah.
You don't, but she's gonna be around. So like when you see it, like yes, it's a bless.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Only snatching souls.
Meaning that your
Yeah,
head game is legendary, I take it.
Oh, it's
head game is legendary.
Yeah. I'm not one of the type of people that like to speak, on myself. I like to let my work and that you see my news feed, you see my Twitter feed.
Yeah.
You see my Pornhub or my X videos, you know.
Oh yeah, you get down. You got the superhead technique down pat with the hand motion in the mouth. Plus you can eat the fuck out of pussy too. So, and I was always taught that a woman that can eat pussy can suck a mean dick. So most definitely. So, Mr. How long you been in the business?
I've content for the last, I want to say, oh wow, it's been a while. I've been making content for the last 5 years. I've been a sex worker for the last 9, going on 10. I was a dominatrix as well.
Okay, so you pretty much ran the gambit in the sex trade world for the most part, which means that you have a very extensive brand.
Yeah.
And many repertoires. So, one, let's begin from the very beginning. What got you into sex work?
Honestly, boredom.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Boredom got me into sex work. I was in school and I had a lot of pent up anger and I wanted some extra money and I was really into female porn. And I was like, I wonder if people really do that. And I found out that they did. And I started to, reach out and decide to do it myself. And I just started really enjoying it just for the sake of like having anger and pent up aggression and frustration and anxiety I had from, pursuing my education. And then while I was doing that, I was also Tumblr. And, if you were on Tumblr back in, 2012, 2013, before the Tumblr was a hit.
Yeah.
Had nothing on Tumblr.
Oh no, I was on Tumblr for so long. Actually, Tumblr made me so much motherfucking money from traffic. People don't realize how much traffic people used to get from posting on Tumblr and how many customers you could actually get from Tumblr. Tumblr was actually a good site to make money with on sex work. Yeah, great for promotion and stuff. And now they wanted to be like, they wanted to do what OnlyFans was talking about. They did it pretty much first, trying to bump sex workers off. I swear, I kept getting goddamn flagged every 2 minutes after a while. So pretty much you were doing film dom stuff. So which you had slaves, you had you was basically a professional dom, submissives.
Yeah.
For the most part and everything.
Yeah.
No doubt. And you was doing pretty much in face dom sessions for the most part.
Yes. Well, I was right. And so as I was pursuing that side of me, I was also pursuing a more submissive side of me secretly. Not even secret, just in a different way that I felt more comfortable doing it and more vulnerable doing it. So by myself, when I got on Tumblr, I was like, no one's gonna care. It's just another Tumblr coochie. I'm just put it up there. Volleyball, bump that joint on there. Within the next hit, like people were hitting me up left and right, and I just like posting my news. Like I grew a real fan base off of it, like genuinely, and it followed me.
No doubt. So like I said, you was seeing clientele. And of course, you would post on Tumblr. When did you start moving towards videos, and what was the first type of videos that you were doing?
The first type of videos I was doing was solos. I had gotten to a point where I was sort of tired of watching regular porn.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I was really turned on by myself. I was like, I am fucking hot. I am delicious. But like, look, oh my God, look at her skin. Look at her eyes. Like, look at the way she, she drooling while she's fucking herself like that. Oh my God, look at the way while she's doing it. And I was just like, oh, that's me. For me. So I
Oh
was like
my god!
recorded. So I was recording it for myself and enjoying it. And then I started posting it. And people were like, well, is there longer versions of it? Can I buy it? And from there, I like to be educated about stuff. So at first, like wild with it, I was like, yeah, everyone can buy some, yeah. And then I took some time to teach myself and really learn about education. And my degree is in marketing, so I started really putting my degree to work with making the videos and taking it seriously, and just took it from there. Really, production company.
See what I'm talking about? She went from a worker bee to a boss, and nothing wrong with that. Actually, that's actually the natural succession in this business is becoming a boss in some way, shape, form, or fashion. And also in this day and age, which I see you already was learning that even before OnlyFans came in, is to running your own business or what have you. So I take it you started webcamming. Also, did you webcam or you were just doing content with the solos?
I was just making content solos. I very seldomly had partners, and if it was never people that also made content. It was usually, I think it was like one person ever that also made content, but it was people that I was genuinely attracted to. Like I had a genuine connection with, and I was like, "You want to watch me? I will watch you." He was like, "I will watch you. You want to watch me? All right." And this
So
was
she,
before you needed, the IDs and the consent
yeah,
forms and everything. Willy nilly.
yeah,
Now just yeah.
yeah. But did you webcam also, or that wasn't something you were doing yet, or doing it all?
I didn't really webcam. That was not my thing. Even now, I have a hard time webcamming. I'm not a
Yeah, it's a
camera.
tricky
Doesn't really
business.
fit me. It's not even
Yeah,
fit. I'm not. I'm a quiet person. I'm very
yeah,
real. Honey is very reserved. So when you're on cam, you're like doing stuff, and then when I'm taking instructions, where they just want me to talk to them so they can quote unquote get to know me, they'd be spending an hour and a half watching me play Sims. I'm not gonna say or reading. Like I'm not. I'm a very reserved person. Like if I'm doing those kind of things, it's in like a very hype moment or if I'm lit. But regular me, just sitting in front of the cam on like a Wednesday afternoon so people can watch. Like yeah, I'll pull out the fuck machine or I'll play with my asshole. I'll do whatever and interact. But after a while, they just want to talk. A lot of
yeah.
times, they just
Actually,
want to talk.
because when it comes to like webcamming, it's a different, it's a different fan base than what you deal with on content because they want
Mm-hmm.
more interaction with content. They just want to see you work or what have you. And trust me, I've talked to enough cam people to know that yeah, you kind of have a certain personality and engaging personality to be successful in it. Unless you have
Hello?
period. Guys you was first working with was guys that you like, you found sexy, you had a connection with, and what have you. How did you run across those guys? Was it people that you knew in your personal life, or people that you ran across online? How did you run across them at first?
Most of the time, it was people I would run across online. Not too many people I knew in my personal life were kinky like that. They were all very vanilla, and if they were vanilla like that, I usually wasn't sleeping with them or messing with them on that level. But like if I meet someone, sort of like early Tinder,
Yeah,
hang out, kick it a couple of times, and it's like, oh, okay, I see that you post your nudes. Would you care if I Recorded with you, no, I don't want. It's not a big deal. Okay.
So it was like, with the filming, I'm going to ask you this: what difficulties? Because when you work with people that not of the industry, sometimes there's difficulties, such as them keeping it hard, them being comfortable in front of the camera, and the whole nine. What were some of the difficulties that you ran into in your early days?
In my early days, I didn't run into any of those issues. Like,
okay,
the only issues I ever ran into were like not being prepared lube, or not, if I was going to do anal, not,
prep for anal, yeah. Because people don't realize you got to prep for it. You just can't just willy-nilly do it.
It's not in it. Yeah, don't let them think that you can just spit on. Like, that's not how it goes. That's aggression. You need to be comfortable. So, I'd be comfortable, but I didn't do the prep work, or he'd be overexcited, and I, just be wanting to do that. So that was bad. It was a boundaries thing. I did not, in my early days, I feel like I didn't express my boundaries the way that I should have, and that's something I really advocate for people to do now. Like, if you don't like something, don't do it. If you're not comfortable, don't feel pressure. There's always going to be another person to work with. There's always going to be another circle of friends. You don't ever have to do something you're not comfortable with.
Yeah, because people don't realize. Yeah, because even when I was active, I always made a point to know the woman's boundaries, what not to do. One, because I was worried that she might turn around and punch me in my face, and I don't feel like getting the black eye because I won't pay attention. And two, also, it not only for the women, but also for the men. Because sometimes a woman can do something to a man, and the worst thing that can happen is when a scene go left, you can't get it back.
Right. I feel like that's why it's really important. What? Sorry.
Yeah. No, go ahead. What you about to say?
I was gonna say that's why I feel like that is those beforehand, like before you even come on scene, when you got changing IDs, when you ever talking about how long you want the scene to be, and you're setting up what's gonna go on. If it's that kind of scene, then those are the kind. Okay, what are you comfortable with? What aren't you comfortable with? Because you can't cross any lines that you can see. Like, you're not gonna cross a line on set.
Hello? Hello? Hello?
I'm sorry, my
creators or hot wife creators are doing so well. I mean, these people are buying second homes with the content that they're creating.
These tender dick ass motherfuckers who can't fuck because they too goddamn hot are fuck. Because guess what? You need to be able to get in and get out in an hour.
That it will hurt their family.
We pull no punches.
But see, what's to stop them from saying, okay, you've got like Vivid, and then Vivid Plus, and or having it be separate, because okay, cool, your fan base that wants to see the skinny, smaller girls and the fitness models and stuff like that, there's nothing wrong with that. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. If they don't
on people thinking outside of the box when it comes to
giving you something to smoke over.
You don't just love one of your children. You don't just love one of your dogs. And I mean, it's crazy that people look at love like they have to have a whole pie, instead of looking at it as there's a whole bunch of pieces on this pie, and no one has more than the other.
Like, for instance, I have an all-girl fisting scene.
We keep reeling and lounge.
Yeah, I saw that on your.
Yeah, that was like one of the most fun. Oh my god, it was a crazy experience. I've never had my fist in before. Oh my god.
Give us the details.
It was amazing.
When the guys come, do they come on y'all, or
I get the info all you boys want to know?
Because like I said, because he don't know if he coming on your face, your tits, or what. He don't know where he's coming at. So knowing when they come, how do y'all handle that?
Well, we have a push button, that lights up on our end. We call it the come button.
Okay.
So we know exactly, when you're about to release that load, and we choose to put it wherever we feel like.
Ooh.
Come smoke this over at the lounge.
I'm so sorry about that.
Nah, it's all good because like if it ever happens, I just see your new link. So what you were saying, I'm sorry about that.
I was saying about setting boundaries beforehand.
Yeah.
It's extremely important. You're doing it when you're doing your paperwork. Honestly, if you're reaching out to someone to do content trade, then you're having that conversation beforehand. Honestly, like when you're planning a scene, because you don't know people's triggers. You don't know their trauma. You don't know what could happen. Just like you said, get punched in the face, but beyond that, you can really mess somebody up accidentally.
Yeah. Fuck their whole head up and stuff. So it's that's part of the reason why even with content trade, I try to get to know the ladies, before I shot with them, so we can learn each other ahead of time, period. And and I'm a firm believer that you should get to know the talents, especially if you're choosing the talent and it's content you kind of want to, so you know what you're walking into. Not only that, but because we sitting here taking these damn tests, we want to make sure the motherfucker come in that bitch clean. Even if he tested, because the test only good is the last person you fucked. So shoot. So yeah, cause I see that you had worked with Charlie B. Hustle. That's a name I ain't seen in a minute. With a strap on. Oh my goodness. So you got big dick energy, I see.
Oh, I'm strap God. I have what's really interesting is I have about the same amount of female strap scenes as I do boy girl content. That's really my jam.
That big dick energy. Cause like one of my watch was Pinky with the strap on. Oh my God, the way she's a fuck girls, he made me jealous. She got that fucking like she was a dude in another lifetime and everything.
That's how I be doing it. You just gotta.
Yeah, cause even watching your strap on, I said, "No, she got that pinky energy." See. I see. And I see you also at work with a friend of the show, Armix. One of my favorite towns. How was it working with this young man?
Artie is actually one of my. I was just having this conversation literally like 2 days ago. Artie is one of my favorite people to shoot with.
Yeah, because he knows how to work the camera, and
he's just everything. His personality is great. He knows how to work a camera. He's super professional. He is just a really great co-star.
Yes, because people don't realize it's a marriage between the male and the female. It's a dance, it's like a waltz, And one of the things we have to do is, kind of woo each other in some way or turn. Not necessarily woo the fuck off camera, but to get some chemistry so when we get on camera, it looked like we done this before, and it moves fluidly, period. So with that being said, what are some of the things that male talents can do to help ladies relax and, enjoy the experience and get into the experience? You get what I'm coming from? Producers, because I know you done shot, with some of the top talent from what I'm seeing. So what's some of the things that guys can do to help girls relax, not be nervous, and, and develop that chemistry before they shoot?
One thing for me, this is I feel like everybody's different. I like to have a conversation. We're gonna converse at least a couple of times before we shoot, so I can get a feel of you. Because like I said, I'm big on energy, and I read it pretty quickly. A lot of it is about your demeanor on set. Like it can really be hit or miss. Like if you're handling your business, that's what creates the comfort. It makes us feel like, okay, he's not here trying just to get some coochie on camera. He's really here to work. He really wants to make something good. He really is considerate of my body. I'm being considerate of his. He's being professional. We have a personal understanding. I don't have to worry about my lines being crossed. Usually if you're working with someone beforehand, especially if it's content trade, you've seen their content. So you know what you like about it and what you don't. So you guys get to talk about this. So, okay, well, how do you like this? How do you like that? And then have it go naturally. Like some gonzo scenes are cool. Like if that's how you're feeling, like if you're feeling like hot and ready and like, hey, Skitty. Gonzo seems to be cool. But that doesn't work for everybody. That's not everybody's style. You have to be open to that. You have to be willing to listen and genuinely listen and hear. Because listening and hearing are not the same thing. You can listen to someone and be like, all right, but did you hear them? Like, you heard what they said? You said it back to yourself and was like, okay, this is what they meant. And then going a step further, because you guys are getting ready to, be physical. Did you reinstate that? Because I'm big on that. Like when someone tells me something, they're like, I don't like this. I'm like, okay, so you don't like this, this, and this. This is specifically. They're like, yeah. I'm like, okay, I know what not to do. I know how far not to take it. Okay, perfect. I want you to be comfortable, just like you want me to be comfortable. Like, and some guys come in with like creepy energy, and they don't even be purposeful sometimes, but like you can tell that they're like pussy hungry. Like that should be like making it weird because that just reminds us of being in regular, real, everyday life with the people that are on the street and the guys at the gas station and the man in the movie theater. Like, and now I'm in my workspace ready to do something that I thought I was really going to enjoy with someone I thought I was going to enjoy because I like their work on this end. And they came in with this weird energy that I now have to adjust to.
Yeah, because to me, I always said this. You're going to get the pussy anyway because that's what you're there for. So your job is just like in life. If a woman want to fuck you, she'll let you know. Your job is not the same thing stupid to fuck it up. It's the same thing with filming. You're already walking in. She wants to work with you. She wants to fuck you on camera. You already guaranteed to get the pussy. You ain't got to go through the hoops and loops to even get it. So just be cool. Enjoy the moment. But some of these guys, because this is the only way they get pussy, because they don't get pussy in their normal life, they don't know how to act. Even some of the guys that are professional don't understand the etiquette of being on camera. You know what I'm saying? Because
but
it's
also
still business.
That's the difference. That's the difference. What you do, some guys and content creators.
Yes.
Professional all the time. Guys that are like, yeah, I got my phone, I got this. You're showing up with no lights, you're not showing up with no camera, you're not showing. And even sometimes like, but elevate yourself. You're not with a idea. You said I pulled up with some dick and a phone. What we doing? I'm gonna post it. No. Like, and I'm not shaming anyone that uses their phone to record because there's nothing wrong with that. But like, did you bring any lights? Because that kind of stuff matters. Do you have any idea of what you want to shoot? Do you have any idea of what positions you wanted to do? Like, you just pulled up, and then they be trying. And then some guys, not content creators, are trying to. Like, okay, I gotta get this pop shot. I gotta work. I'm not trying to waste all my nuts. I gotta work because I have a real life outside of this.
Yeah, because see, to me, it's kind of like, one, I always liked it to where we can sit there like me and you shot. We can get nasty, freaky, it get dirty. When the camera cut off, we smoke a blunt. Hey, how you doing? I go back to my wife. You go back to your life. You feel me? Because guys forget you met her because of business. You didn't meet her because you met her at the damn bar and you decide to go, have a romp in the bathroom or something. No, motherfucker, this is actual business. Y'all filming to get content for both of y'all to make money. Period. And the more professional, and plus, guys forget, y'all ladies do talk. And of course, if the first thing come out your mouth, well, yeah, he was kind of creepy. He was trying to take me out to dinner after we did. Right then and there, you know what them other girls gonna say? Especially top talent. We're not gonna work with him because he's a creep. He's too thirsty.
And don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with going out to eat like that. Because like I said, I want to catch a vibe. I want to see what's going on. I don't want people to be discouraged to like reach out to make the sex more genuine. But try to get to know them. Mm-hmm. Like the same way you would go out and have a business conversation with someone, or to see, what it's like to be around them and exchange energy on like, and then go about your day, not like life. In the same way you can treat that. Okay, let's go. Hey, I know we're supposed to shoot this day. We're both in town at this time. Do you want to grab something to eat the day before, or like beforehand, so we can, see what's up? If we end up just talking about business, we talk about business. If it's cool, we. It makes it feel more genuine. It depends on the situation, so you have to be open-minded and remember each person is different. Because that require you to take them out beforehand. Like they are requiring you to take them out. They need to see what you're on. They need to see if you're. They need to. No. And there's some that's like, all right, let's shoot. I'm gonna meet you on this side. This is the day that they shoot. They make the content. Unless we want to shoot again, do. Person to person. So you just have to be very open and thoughtful when you're making the choices of who you're going to work with and what you want to create. So it's a whole.
Now I'm sitting here watching with the legendary Porter Rock and everything, and I see actually he wore a condom in this scene or what have you. Have you had people sit here and tell you that condom scenes don't make money? And how do you feel about that stupid ass statement?
Condom scenes do make money because some people want to watch condom scenes, and some people have to do condom scenes. I know personally, if I know that let's say for example, if I know that I take Slippery Elm, Darmenia, Maca, chlorophyll, and several other things, and they make you a lot more fertile. Like if I'm naturally going to be more fertile and around the time that I'm ovulating, Plan B, like, do not work if you're ovulating. If you are ovulating, Plan B's don't work. The pull-out method does not always work, and you can get pregnant off of pre-cum. And if I'm extra fertile with a side of fertile, I'm just because I'd rather be. And that really is a me thing. So it's a person-to-person situation. Like,
have you had dudes that had an issue with putting on a condom with you?
No. Conversation beforehand. I'm like, okay, would you be willing to do? I usually know the reasoning why. Like, this is what's going on. Or, I've done a condom scene before because people still shoot when you're on their cycle. I don't want you to think that like shooting stops because people are on their cycle. If I have to shoot on my cycle, I'm going to do.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. And well, some people use a soft cup, some people use sponges.
And some people use sponges and condom just because it doesn't make the scene any less lusty. Sometimes it makes it feel more genuine. It depends on how it's shot. It depends on the lighting. Yeah, the energy between the two people. Because one of my favorite, someone told me like those bomb scenes that they like is a scene that I did with Gary. It's a condom scene.
Yeah. Because see, I'm gonna tell you what it is.
Fire ass condom scene.
Yeah, because even with me, it took me 10 years before I took off a condom. The reason because I ran with a lot of the girls in the business, and not many of them, let's just say they will fuck a client raw, and that fucker won't even test it. Period. Two, also, like you, I'm a fertile dude. I didn't want a porn baby. Because I know me. I got that power you out this motherfucker. I'll pregnant. You'll fuck around, we do a raw scene and that pre-cum hit. And you be calling me talking about something. Yes, it does. And then you be calling me talking about something. You got a bun in the oven. I'll be like, goddamn. I'm gonna be like, well, you moved to Durham, right? That'll be the first thing come about. You moved to Durham, right? You might well go ahead and pack up. Come on.
I do not think that my husband will allow me to move to Durham.
Look, I'll be like, he can come too.
I do not think my husband.
But to me, I used to hate when motherfuckers said that shit back in the day. Man, it's not professional with the condom. This and third. I'm like, no, motherfucker.
No, I don't want you to think because like producers do talk. Several producers, and like if they see people doing baby talking, they be questioning. Like even if you have talent, they be like, why? But I know why so I do. So I don't mind if people don't want to reach out. And I'm not worried about you not wanting to work with me because I don't want to get pregnant. Because I got super eggs. Because my super coochie, no, thank you, no.
No, because like one of the girls, Lovely Gia, she talked about that, And there was another girl that I worked with named Little Bit because she's Native American. You know, Native Americans, they don't normally, you know, do like birth control or anything like that. So, and they very fertile. So you have to be mindful when you fucking them raw, you know, period. And then if motherfucker talking about trying to do a cream pie, shit. Like you said, that plan B don't work all the goddamn time. Just like
that's why I feel like that's why as female be extra vigilant. Like we have to be vigilant of when you get pregnant, you know, certain days out the month when you're ovulating. And if you have to shoot when you're ovulating, you gotta just be more cautious. So if you're gonna do a cream pie scene, you can do your cream pie scene. You can take your plan. Just stay.
Yeah.
Just plan accordingly.
Yeah, because it's funny. This is funny as hell. I never had this conversation with nobody on the show. See what happens when you bring somebody like Honey Dip C on the show. She gives you shit to think about that you didn't think about before. See, so now y'all see why some of these girls be wearing condoms when they sing. God dang it, they ain't trying to get pregnant. Damn it, they ain't trying to see have that conversation with them.
Female content creators are not on birth control. That's why a lot of female content creators, if you like are looking at them, they do a lot more girl scenes than girl boys because there is just
zero chance of you getting pregnant for fucking a chick.
Not unless we're in a lab.
Oh no, it's crazy. I swear, because I mean, people don't realize. Like I said, one, we have to curve our sex life outside of porn, even to do this shit. You know, period. Because even when you're talking about being tested and you're doing talent testing, first of all, you're talking about $300-something damn dollars. That's a fucking bill. Some of y'all be doing that shit right
every 2 weeks sometimes, y'all.
Yeah.
And that's why, like, I remember I'll go gaps of time when people are like, "Oh, I only shoot with my husband." Why? Because he'll go get talent tested every 2 weeks.
It's cheaper, and you know his dick being.
I still get 2 weeks. I'm still going consistently to like my doctor, to the clinic. I'm still paperwork, but I'm not. And if I don't really shoot with that many people, them $600 a month, $500 a month. Intentions to shoot. Like I've every time I've got a talent, I use it to shoot. Every single time I have gotten it, I have like gotten it, got to shoot. People have flopped on me. Some falls every single. Not fucking with them right now. I feel like y'all give me a couple months to not be salty no more. I'm salty right now.
No, because people was like for the longest I did health department, and mother was like, "You don't do TTS?" I said, "For what?" I'm like, one, the girl that I shoot with, they don't do TTS, and two, I don't shoot frequently enough for me to even warrant the shit. You get what I'm saying? Because it's nothing worse than I done paid like the last time I paid for a TTS type test, COVID hit. Couldn't do the shoot because the day before I supposed to do a shoot, one of my family members who I was around came up with COVID. So guess what I had to do?
Quarantine.
Thank you. So guess what? I missed out on the shoot. So that's $300 that I fucking lost.
And then mind you, if you're doing content trade, you're not getting paid. So you've paid for your talent testing. You've usually paid for the location. If you're a male content creator, sometimes you've paid for the female content creator to work with you. And people be flopping. So you just lost off on mad bread. Now, I don't have anything against talent testing. Don't get me wrong. My personal vendetta is my personal vendetta. It has nothing to do with talent testing. I share your personal vendetta, dog. Yeah, it has nothing to do with them or their services or their validity because they are valid. Their services are great. People do fake tests. But if you're one of the female content creators that's similar to me that doesn't really shoot or that really only shoots with their partner and other females or like doesn't really shoot with male content creators, it doesn't make sense to do it consistently. Like there's nothing wrong with it if you're shooting with different. Yeah, my husband, it makes sense for that man to go get tested every 2 weeks of talent testing. It makes sense. Why? Because he's shooting with same stars every couple. Like it makes sense. This is the validity in it. But me, I'm not doing nothing. I'm cooling.
Because
I need to pay $300 to fuck myself. That's crazy.
I'm saying, because even to me, it was like all the female had to do was bring a fucking health department test. That's all you need to bring. I'm good. You feel me? Because at the end of the day, the reason why, because like you said, if you're not one that's filming with a lot of top stars and filming at a high frequency to where it merits you spending that money, it's not worth the money. Especially if you're dealing with, like, for example, because you dealing with motherfuckers that will flake. I done had seen people flake same day. And I'm talking about MIA. They didn't even call and tell me they won't come.
I've had people flake 40 minutes before. I talk to you all day long. You hit me on your way. Ghost.
Yeah.
Boot. Yeah. Like Casper. So, like I said, I don't have anything. And then people, like I said, people have also fake tests. There is legitimate stories and proof in the industry faking tests. So, for the sake of me, then yes. But if I know that, like I said, this is me personally. I'm not speaking for the community, because I think everyone should be tested however you feel the most comfortable, get tested however your partner and people you want to work with get tested. If you're working for big name companies, absolutely go through talent testing, because ain't gonna be no bullshit. Ain't gonna be no lawsuits. You don't want no one playing with you. You don't want to play with, like, no. Yeah. So if that's the road you're on, then do that. But I don't want people to feel pressured to do so when they're not doing the same things. Especially like a lot of these people aren't, like, a lot of content creators have real jobs. They have real 9 to 5. They're using that money from their nursing job to pay for their Airbnb to shoot in. They're using that money from their truck driving job to pay for their camera equipment. So we have to be realistic as people that, like, it's cool, but like it is money in it, when you're doing it. But also people still have real lives outside of it.
Yeah. Because people don't realize, and two, also you make me lose money and time when you flake. Because I done took trips and motherfucker didn't show up. That's trip money gone, hotel money gone. Period. And lucky for me, I didn't do a talent test. All I did was health department. Period. So I didn't really spend no money. But trust me, I done lost plane ticket money because girls didn't show up on the plane, bus ticket money because they didn't want to get on the bus. So trust my understanding. I got to ask you about this. You cried while sucking dick? I like you. It says sucking dick so good it made both of us cry. We tried.
I wasn't really crying. My eyes was watering. I just thought it sounded cute.
Oh my God, that shit was hot though. Because she was sucking the dick, look at the balls, had a tear coming down her eye. Like, this is just wonderful.
Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I really enjoy giving dick, but like his dick was his dick is a very enjoyable dick to suck.
Yeah, I see. You didn't forget the balls, neither. You did a great job on the balls.
You never forget the balls.
Please take care of the balls. The balls need love too.
Like tombstone. I want that on my gravestone. She never forgot the balls.
She always hit the balls. So you have done some professional work for what I've seen. I'm seeing this video that you did with Black Touch. Real good work from what I'm seeing and everything. So tell us the difference between content trade and working with a professional company, because I know it's two different levels and two different, ways of shooting and philosophy and the whole nine. Like, for example, sometimes when you do paid shoots, you don't have the opportunity to meet the talent beforehand. You kind of meet them the same day, period. And damn, this is a very hot ass scene. Shit, I love sensual sex. God, just the way you looking at dude when he's hitting and you just smiling. Crossing the line, that is good. So tell me what it was like working with Black Touch.
Black Touch is a great producer. He's one of my favorite producers. He's super professional. The spaces that he creates are always really nice and really well put together and curated. He's excellent. He's an excellent place to work with. Super professional. Always has like someone. There's always more than one person on set. It's never just him. And with some producers there are, and that's not an issue. Don't get me wrong. Like there's not a problem. But like if your producer pulls up and it's you and your producer shooting, or if he's shooting a solo scene and he has his own setup, that's cool. Like the work is still great and it can still be fire. But it was cool not having to think about it as much, if that makes sense. Like, I think about the camera a lot. Sometimes I can get in my head and I be thinking about the camera. But like with all my black touching, like which black touching? Because I've done 2 with him.
The one was called Crossing the Line. It was with Dick Holiday.
No, Dick HD.
Dick HD, okay. Dick HD Daily did, yeah. So yeah, because even to the point, like you did some good acting there. Just like when you were looking at him, like your lip and.
When I did that scene with him, I wasn't acting. That's my content partner.
Oh. See, which brings me to the blueprint of the business. You have yourself a resident male talent, and you work with established male talent to build your cachet. You have your regular male talent, like what she has, to be able to continue to get content when you can't go work with the big dogs, and it gives your fans regularity, because fans do like seeing you with somebody that they see you got good chemistry with. And then, of course, you give them the little extra sauce when you work with somebody that's established. And plus, it helps with your cachet.
I agree. I agree and disagree a little bit, because I know people that do not have consistent content partners and their base is huge. Like you said, it's about the connect. You are working with people solely that you connect with, or solely that you like. Let's say you live in California and a lot of content creators live out there. You're going to come into contact with them. You guys are already going to be on another level. You guys are already going to have a vibe. So when you're filming with them, you don't have to worry about all the extra stuff. So it's okay that you don't have your consistent partner, because you have people that you know that you cycle through, or you have a couple of people that you work with consistently, or once every blue moon that you know that you're comfortable with, and you're like, okay. And then you can still work with like bigger companies if you're with it.
Yeah, because I mean, the only way I say that with the blueprint was because
I didn't start with a content creator, a content partner. Like I already had my own very strong, like me and my content partner didn't start making our content together until about 2.5 years ago or so. And before that, I built my own. Like I said, I've been in the game for almost 10 years. Been making content for like 5, almost 6. So I built my own fan base from the ground up with the people that I was working with, and doing my solo stuff and reaching out to content people that I was comfortable with, and building my own relationship and repertoire with them. And
but you got to admit, having a content partner helps, because it gives you some type of regularity. Because
no, not always. I feel like that could be a myth sometimes, because he shoots a lot more than I do. He and I, even in our real sex life, although we really, we have a great passionate sex when we have sex, I still am sometimes very sensitive to the fact that I'm like, okay, well, you have to shoot here, here, and here. And you've already paid for these or whatever. I'm not gonna, and I know that me and you are shooting, or I have something to do. I'm not gonna tire myself out. I'm not gonna let you tire yourself out. So we're not gonna shoot consistently, but we're also working on our own things. We have to remember that separately, we are our own brand. We are our own entities. I'm not like, we have a shared brand. It's called Rich HD. Rich Honey Dip, yeah. So, and it's cool, but like, he is Dick HD Daily and I'm Honey Dip C separately. Like, we're a whole 2 different entities. So consistency is nice, but like, our travel schedules would be crazy. We have times when we
because don't see each other for a week. Somebody that's actually in the industry and chasing the industry. You get what I'm saying? Like, for example, some of the girls I have talked to, like, they have a boyfriend who they film with. He don't chase the industry. So they're able to, when they're at home, when they're not traveling, able to continue to put out content. Like, for example, not every girl is into doing solos. You feel me? Right. So they got to have a talent. You feel me? So with you stretch the gamut. You do solos, you do film work, you do boy, girl, you do girl. You have a very extensive repertoire with your brand. You feel me? So your brand is not dependent upon one thing. It's actually spread out to where it's like a beautiful rainbow. You feel what I'm saying? Because I always say that the girls that do it all have the best chance to make more money. Because you do girl, you do boy, girl. You do femdom work, which now you're tapping into BDSM, which is money and a niche market as it is. And apparently you're good at what you do because you done tap into that niche market, because you know this and I know this. If it ain't authentic, they don't want to see it, especially with BDSM. Period. So to me, it's kind of like you was already doing what the top porn stars were doing. It's just no one ever just claimed you as a porn star. To me, you've been a porn star for 10 years because you've been shooting at a high level. You've been moving like a porn star. You chased a career like a porn star, period. So I wouldn't even consider you a content creator.
I call myself that because I do more than porn. BDSM does not have to be porn. Some of the stuff I do is as well. I do it's not no content, so I want to be labeled as that because I don't want. Also, when I think porn, I think contracts. I think set time. You have set times as a content creator, but I think a lot and a lot. Sometimes you have to fake it as a porn star. A lot less genuine because my shit is genuine. A lot of porn stars, there's not. I've been on porn sets.
No, I'm gonna tell you what people told me, and because what made a porn star have changed over the years, especially in this day and age. Is how you shoot, how you move, and how you chase the career. You feel what I'm coming from? You have a hit list. You shoot at a high level like that of a porn star. Baby girl, you got professional looking pictures of it. There's some of these content creators, they ain't got nothing but selfies. You feel me? You care about the industry. You actually move as a businesswoman in the industry. This ain't just a hustle for you. This is a business and a career. You feel me? That what makes you a porn star in my business. I never forget when this guy from X-Critic wrote a article that turned the industry upside down. The difference between porn girls and porn stars. And when he labeled what a porn girl was, you know how many girls were pissed off at this dude? Because a lot of them was like, I am not a porn girl. But you move as a porn girl. Because a lot of girls really back in the day was using porn just to boost escorting. They wasn't trying to do content. They were trying to do more of the paid gigs, get on the magazine covers and the woman card covers so they can boost their prices up in escorting. In this day and age, they're more cognizant of the content side of things. You get what I'm saying? Period. So to me,
they still do that. I feel like it's still equal parts now because
they still do it.
And it's still a lot of sex workers that content is content is top. Let's say they have 3 careers. Let's say they could dance, they content, and they are nurses. But in tears, it's still important to them. But
But I'm sorry, you a porn star, boo. You can say put yourself in the box all you want to. You a porn star, cause I see, what I see with all the top porn stars, you got, and you do. And trust me, it's been almost 20 years, babe. You porn star to me. You and your girl was guy. I just interviewed her. I don't want to mess up her name. Kaii Love. I think y'all work together. She said that's your home. She said that's my home girl. I did an interview with her earlier.
Actually, me and Kai have never shot together. Hilarious enough, but we are real life friends. Me, her, and Dallas Playhouse. We are real life, decade long friends. Ain't no industry shit. All the industry could have ended. We're gonna be in the apocalypse together, hunting zombies. It's all Mets.
Yeah, I know about Dallas. Man, I'm a huge fan of hers. But like I said, it just, to me, I commend you because you a professional with your shit. Period. I can't say that for everybody. It's the reason why Porter Rock and Artie shot with you, because they don't shoot with just anybody. They just don't. So for them to take the time out of their day to work with Honey Dip doing some major shit, babe. Go ahead and toot your horn. Please do. I give people their roses, baby, on my show. You a bad chick, baby. You bad. You bad, mama. You bad, mama. I'm telling you. You one of the ones that, if I came out of retirement, you'd be the first one I try to holler at. because I can see you give good scenes. You know how to work the camera. You know your angles. You know how to look at the camera. It's like you have I see that you have experience in this. You ain't no rookie to this. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, so most definitely. So shoot. So when you're on front of the camera, what have you? Because people don't realize when we're on set, even though we're fucking with thought. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's kind of like you are cognizant of how to work the camera. I even saw how you when you were giving dude head, you made sure to go look over the camera. You feel what I'm saying? So preach to knowing how to work your angles on camera and work the camera while you're in front of it.
Research. Don't be lazy. Go on these porn sites. Get these subscriptions to these top porn sites, even if it's a free trial that you're going to cut off later. Do some research. There's a reason that these sites are making as much money as they are. Look at what these people are doing. Practice it yourself and be aware. Like, okay, I get it. The dick feels good, but also, look. You have to think about it as if you're on the other side of the camera. That's how I work when I'm being filmed. I think about it as if I'm the one being filmed and I'm the one recording. Like, okay. Now look back at honey. Oh, you're doing a good job, honey. All right, honey. Yes, okay, now hold your leg up, boo. Yep. Okay, he's not. Oh, our imaginary camera is not catching the angle. Let's help him out. And then you do, yeah. Like, you have to be very. Think about how it's gonna look. Yeah. Think about how you want it to look, because a lot of times you're gonna have to edit it yourself, or if someone else edit, or God forbid, you give someone else control. That's not my jam. But that's not my jam. But let's say you decide to give someone else control and they edit it, and then they edit parts that you don't like because you weren't thinking about your angle. You're gonna be sick. You're not gonna want to use the scene or sell it. You're not like it. Like,
yeah, because it with me, I tell any female this is that you're not fucking to give that nut to the talent. His job is to come. It's to make that person that's watching you come. And if he comes, he's going to buy it. You know, period. You fucking for him. You know, I tell girls that all the time. I tell you, look at the camera. There's nothing wrong with it. Because at the end of the day, they want to see the eyes. Especially if he's hitting the doggy style and the cameraman right in front of your face hitting the doggy. Yeah, I used to tell the girl, even if I had to pull her hair just a little bit to get her head up, like, let me see them pretty eyes. They want to see the eyes. They want to see the sex faces, which you do have wonderful sex faces, I may add. You know, period. That's why I say it's kind of like, to me, baby girl, you one of the best. You one of the baddest I ever seen out of this motherfucker. Straight up. I see why the motherfuckers want to work with you and everything. I can't wait to meet you face to face. Hopefully one day I get the opportunity to do a live in person episode interview with you, because I see you a whole lot of fun. You're gonna have me laughing all day. So so with that being said, people, you know what time of the show it is. This is the time of the show where the pussies go dry and the dicks go limp. Let's talk about the business. This is the part of the show, people, which is not the sexy part. No. This is the real part. Because we always get the misconception that when you walk in this business, it's money made instantly. Y'all don't know the hard work that we got to put behind the scenes. The easy part is filming. The hard part is packaging it, editing it, putting it out there, marketing it, so it can make money. So, Miss Lady, you say you've been in this business going on a decade. You know, period. Doing content for a long time. What's some of the things that you learned about this business to help when the money is moving slow to pick it up? And speak to the ups and downs of the business, money-wise and all that good stuff.
You make as much money as you want to make. I like to think of sex work as a whole. My first telemarketing job you got as a teenager, right? Mm-hmm. You knew that you was only making $4 an hour and you was making commissions, so you was working. And that's what you gotta do in this industry. You gotta work. Like, are you ready to work? You'll be like, yeah, I got so hard, but are you ready to work? Like, are you ready to sit down? Are you ready? Like, sometimes you're watching the same video of you fucking the person for minutes while you go back and edit it and crop the sound to make sure that it lines up correctly because this angle looked good up until this millisecond. So you had to cut it out and then you change the angle and switch it over to another camera. And you have to blend the two of them together while making sure the noise doesn't cancel it out or run over each other. So now you're watching the same video for 45 minutes, making sure everything is correct till you like it. Sometimes at the end of the video, you're like, oh, it looks really great, but I wouldn't want to beat my dick to this because I'm so tired of watching this.
Trust me, I know the feeling of editing. Oh my God, from making trailers to clips to the actual scene. Not even let's talk about the uploading. Oh my God, that's tedious within itself. You know, depending on the size of the file and what kind of Wi-Fi you may have and all that. Like I had scenes that took almost all day to fucking upload it sometimes. You know, that's why I'm glad technology gotten better. Or you had to convert it to make it smaller for it to upload. People don't even realize, you know. Now on the marketing side of things, because I see you do a very good job of marketing. How much time you put into your marketing side of your business, the promotion,
for me,
and all that good stuff?
For me, I put a lot of time and energy into it, and I feel like I put as much time and energy into it because I have a marketing degree. Like I went to school for marketing. I understand the ins and outs. I understand what different colors do to different people and how it makes them feel. Like I understand what words to use and not use. I understand copyright laws. So when I'm doing things, it's very intentful when it comes to marketing. When I sell it to the best of my abilities, but I also understand its consistency. A lot of people are out of sight, out of mind. Put it in their site, and then put it in their site again, and then put it in their site again.
Yeah. Repetition. You know,
humans are creatures of pattern. If you get them used to something, they're going to become not needy of it, but when it comes off, it's like, hey, what happened? Where'd you go?
Yeah, because even with podcasting, right? Like, let's say if I miss an episode or an episode don't air on a normal day, I would actually get a fucking email like, yo, what happened? You could have alerted us that you was off this week. And even with me being a podcast listener, you know, like I listen to Joe Budden. If he miss a day, it throws me off. You feel what I'm saying? The thing you want to become and your goal is become a part of somebody's day and life. And when you do that, that's where you get the money. You know, period. That's part of it.
And I feel like that's the difference between content creators and porn stars a lot of times. Because porn stars are fantasies. There's something that far away. You can't touch it. Content creators, a lot of times, although you can't touch us, it feels like you have a closer connection to this person. It feels like they're in your house, they're in your home. You're seeing on a different level. Like porn stars, they might have their own advertisement. You're going to see them in their flicks or whatever, but content creators are showing you in their bra and panties in the middle of the day. Content creators are showing you, ooh, watch me eat my favorite fruit. So you're learning little things about them. You're feeling closer to them. You're building.
But see, a lot of porn stars doing that too. You get what I'm saying? Cause like, porn stars weren't really doing that until the creators started doing it. Well, kind of had no choice because it like, for example, I've been said this. They want a fantasy, but they want it somewhat attainable.
Yeah.
And also, we have to move as if we are celebrities. Because the celebrities doing the same thing that you're talking about the content creators do. Cardi B will sit there and take pictures here and there. You have celebrities that'll tell you when they're taking a shit.
Yes, and you feel what? Closer to them. That's why you're part of the Beehive. That's why you're part of. I only eat carotene because Beyonce eats carotene, and I watch her videos in the morning while I eat it, and it makes me feel closer to her. That's what it does. It literally builds. It's the same thing. It's on that same level. And a lot of porn stars, like, I don't ever say they weren't doing it, but it wasn't on the level that celebrities were doing it. Not really, because if you're thinking about it, they're going through agencies. Agencies, unless they're like, you have a specific manager, isn't being like, okay, this, and this, especially if they have you shooting consistently. They're going to promo your shooting, not your day-to-day, because they want to keep you in this, like, lane of the porn star look.
Yeah. But see, the thing of it is the porn stars had no choice because content creators was getting more traction than the porn stars. Think about it. Miss B Nasty was more popular than the most popular porn star.
People got tired of fake porn.
Yeah.
People are like, this porn is fake. Like, it is not interesting. And I'm watching these content creators do the same thing the porn stars are doing, and this looks genuine and it feels genuine. So porn stars had to bring some kind of genuineness to it, and they had to start doing the welcome to my life kind of shit.
Yeah. Period. But the only thing I hate, and I will say this because I don't mince my words or anything, and is what ended up happening was everything that was considered taboo has now became normalized. And because of that, now it pushed porn to become even more extreme. Which it was headed that way anyway, but it was exacerbated by OnlyFans. You feel what I'm saying?
I feel like it's gotten that okay, this is my person. Okay, you gotta hear me out, right? You gotta listen. Are you gonna listen?
Go ahead.
All right. Here's why I don't agree. Because I knew, because it was coming regardless. That culture, it was coming. I've been knowing it was coming. Before I watched American porn, I watched hentai. I watched like some of that OC porn. I was like researching porn history because I'm a nerd. So if I'm gonna get into it, I'm gonna really get into it. And like the smut porn, like American porn was very PG, and now it's starting to get to where like some of the where European porn is. Like you've ever been to Europe and you go to their porn stores?
Oh, I already know Europe.
Yeah, that is extreme. That is OC. American porn is not there yet, but like, could it head in that direction?
We ain't close to Germany. No, we ain't close.
No, exactly. So that's why I'm saying I don't feel like it's that extreme. Like Japanese, a big thing in Japanese porn is tentacles. Tentacles, bro. And don't get me wrong, tentacles is my number one. Tentacles and gay hardcore gangbang. Those are my number 2 most searched porn categories across the board. All right.
Yeah, because each point, because it was like, I remember when I came into business 2016, you didn't see bondage. You barely saw anal, let alone interracial. You feel what I'm saying? Like I came in around the time where black porn was still the king, and then interracial took over. And then I started seeing more BDSM scenes. Period. Now,
I feel like it's not getting nastier. I feel like it's getting more inclusive, just like more inclusive in all stages. Like just in our regular media is becoming more inclusive. So just like regular media is going to reflect, the dark side as well. The dark side is becoming more inclusive as well. Like a lot of BDSM was very like, look wild upon, but now because of porn, it's becoming more okay. People are okay with So it's just, I feel like it's inclusion. I don't feel like it's getting wilder. I feel like people that were doing it.
No, I mean by wilder as in compared to where it came from. You feel what I'm coming from?
You gotta think about, but then we gotta look at the media where it was coming from. It was OC to have, you wasn't seeing no wax coochies. So once they started waxing their coochies, that was wild. Like that was of the porn. And on the other side of that, TV censors started to loosen.
Mm-hmm.
Like regular day-to-day TV started to loosen, and then the porn, like what they were doing in porn started. So they are literally, real life is a reflection of porn, just like everything in life is a reflection to this. Like we're just gonna keep looking at it over and over again.
I mean, don't get it twisted. I like it going extreme, but this is what I don't. This is the thing I don't like is we going to extreme, but at the same token we being poor PC, like. They banned, like some sites banned the word gangbang. Really? The hashtags. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like porn made its most money when it was tabooish. And when we became more open. Go ahead.
Yeah. I feel like that censoring isn't coming from the porn, it's coming from the businesses because these companies like Google and Disney are buying out these other companies that own these porn sites. So they're going to be more censoring of the porn. They're like, okay, this is already OC, so we're going to censor the OC-ness. Just like when Yahoo bought Tumblr, and they no longer let you put porn on it anymore, but they still let you put certain inappropriate things on there as long as you like did certain, you met certain protocols because they felt like, they were doing something. It has nothing, I feel like, to do with the site or with the industry as a whole, because the industry is going to move in the direction it's going to move in. And it's going to shape how it's going to shape because if one thing is going to live, it's going to be the sex industry, period. That shit's going to thrive forever.
Oh, yeah.
That shit ain't never going to go nowhere. But we just have to be aware of the fact that business and capitalism sinks into every part of our lives. So it's going to affect that part too.
And two, also what I love is that I'm seeing more black BDSM, black on black BDSM.
Mm-hmm.
I'm loving
You saw a lot of cucking earlier with like the white cuck and like the black mandingo and then the petite white girl or stuff like that. So now you're really starting to see like more findom stuff, more black on black. It's just different levels of it.
Yeah, and I'm loving it because it's kind of like people act like they want a BDSM in the black world. No, it's one. It's been there. It's just society and mainstream media wants to push the black man with the white woman. And they feel, because they feel it makes more money than seeing two black people doing BDSM. That's why I love the House of Gold. My girl, shouts out to Giselle Lane and the Naked Trumpeter and many of the ladies that are doing that now. You know, period. I'm like, hell, now we're seeing dudes getting paid. And trust me, I'm not one to get paid, but I have no issue with a dude getting paid. Hey,
I just posted a new pegging scene on my Minivids and my OnlyFans, so you know I'm with the shit. Look, I'm strapped on. Everybody can get it.
Film dog. I'm pretty sure you got some dudes asking for that goddamn big dick energy.
I would love to have like one of my I would love to have the opportunities to is to like double peg at the same time, like have him and her and have the threesome that way.
That would be hot, actually. That would be a hot ass scene. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. That would be a fucking hot ass scene. And to me, I prefer a girl on girl. If I'm gonna watch girl on girl, I want to see the girl with the strap on. I'm sorry, it's just me. But I like seeing a girl with big dick energy and she's fucking the brakes off another chick or even if it's like I said, even with a peg scene, it'd be funny because you be seeing the dude and the girl be pulling his hair like we be pulling the girl's hair. She's slapping him on the ass.
Yeah,
I see you go, girl.
I love that. I feel like she gets to embrace some of that like masculine energy that is usually held back from men, and he gets to embrace some of that more delicate energy, more some of that submissive energy that men get to that gets taken away from men in the industry and in life in general.
And I had this argument with somebody. It was like, no, he's gay. No, it's not a gay act. It's a gay act if the dude is fucking him in the ass. If it's his wife or his girlfriend fucking him in the ass with a dildo, it's just the extreme version of a prostate exam. Stop it. That's what it is. Because if that's the case, then every dude that go get the prostate exam is gay. Get out of here.
So you ask, you ask some of these toxic men in this world, they definitely will be like, yeah, they sure are.
And no, here's the sad part. And them be the main ones that get pegged. Them be the main overload get pegged. Walking with a loose booty, talking about something. That's gay. Why'd you let your wife peg you last night then, motherfucker?
Maybe judgmental. They be ashamed of what they like. Society taught them to be ashamed. Yeah. Maybe, putting that out on other people.
Yeah, me myself, I always thought differently anyway. So I never looked at the world as black and white with so much, period. Because even when I heard about pegging, I said, no, it ain't something I would do, but I wouldn't necessarily call dude gay for getting pegged. He's getting fucked by a woman with a strap on. It's not, that's not the same. And you can't even compare it, but y'all just want to lump it in because you want to explain the fact why you're getting paid.
You're projected.
Just accept it. You like getting fucked in the ass by your wife with a big 12-inch dick. It's okay. No one's going to look at you sideways anymore. We won't even bat an eye no damn more. That's what I love about this world. That's what I love about porn. Because you can be as freaky as nasty you want and there's no judgment shown. That's the biggest thing I love about porn. That's what I love when I was in the business. Period. Oh man. So with that, because you got your brand, and of course you got a brand with your content partner. The question is I always ask people, how do you, with the pressure of certain things, how do you stay on brand without staying on brand and not going and trusting the process? Like, for example, you might have girls like, for example, I always had a conversation. I said, this is the year of anal, because more girls are now doing anal sex now. Many of them is because, one, they're trying to get paid work. And a lot of these companies are looking for girls that do anal. A lot of these companies looking for girls that do gangbangs. And that may not be your cup of tea. So how do one stick with the course of what they do and not switch up to appease the industry? You know what I'm saying?
You gotta be true to yourself. It literally comes down to that. You have to know who you are as a person and stick by it. If you don't want to do that shit, don't do that shit. Not every dollar is a good dollar to make. Just because it's green don't mean it's going to feel good when you spend it. You gotta know your limits and be okay with them, and don't be ashamed of the fact that you have them. Ain't nothing wrong with it.
Yeah, because I think a lot of times, any female, one, if you ain't, you don't do anal sexual normal sex life, don't do it. If you're not one that's in, but I didn't ask you. But I mean, do you do anal?
Oh yeah, I'm very particular.
I'm pretty sure of that. Because not every dude know how to do anal properly.
Yeah.
Because I tell guys it's a process. You got to prime the ass. And plus also, if she did her due diligence, she primed her ass prior before she got there. She had to do the physical prep for anal. It's not just walking on set doing anal. It's because, one, you don't want to end up having shitting on a man's dick where I didn't have happened.
Well, if you're doing an act, if you're like usually like on set, they make you agree to not eat or have anything solid to eat for like 24 hours beforehand, and you have to, like, a lot of them actually do intimate to clean yourself.
Yeah. Because I'm sorry, I didn't have that situation where I fucked the shit out of a chick. Literally fucked the shit out of a chick. That was not cool.
I've had the shit fucked out of me before, so I feel you.
I'm sitting there hitting this. I look down like, I'm thinking she got that squirt. There ain't no squirt.
It looks like someone stepped on a chocolate pudding cup.
I'm saying. And then I got to clean off and then finish the fucking scene. And I'm just looking at her like, really? All right, let me get my mind right. Woosah. Woosah.
I feel like you also have to be understanding sometimes, because sometimes, you can clean yourself out and your body could be like, you know what, you stupid cunt.
Like, you still got a couple of chunks in here. Let me get it out for you.
I know you thought you were done. And remember how you didn't eat 24 hours ago? Well, 26 hours ago you did, and I was saving it.
Just for this moment.
This is my time to shine. Everyone else has been in my way for so long.
You ain't never lied. Oh my God, that was a moment. But I wasn't even mad. It was just, I wasn't even mad at the people. I said, hey, actually it made me feel kind of boosted my ego a little bit. Like, damn, I fucked the shit out of a chick. I can literally say I fucked the shit out of a chick. That's equivalent to my man, Wesley Pipes, who was fucking this chick, and her wig came off. He said, damn, I just blowed this head. I done blowed this girl's head off. Oh, he's one of my favorites too. He's one of my favorites of all time. So, oh man. So I done had you on here for a minute, Miss Lady.
Yes, sir.
And we ain't even it's a lot we didn't even get to. That's funny. Because femdom, and I ain't even really taught BDSM a lot. So which means that Miss Honeydip, I got to bring you back to the show.
Hey, you let me know when.
Most definitely. So with that being said, can I call you a smoke buddy?
Yes, you can in fact call me a smoke buddy.
See, there you go, people. Y'all heard it. I got another smoke buddy, another special buddy that's going to be coming back to the show. And now she's going to come to the lounge. We're going to also bring her to the premium smoke room. That's right. My subscription-based side of this podcast, we get nastier, dirtier, more realer, more candid, more everything. You feel what I'm saying? And next time, I'm going to get you on. And when we do the premium smoke room episode, I got to get that pretty face on camera so everybody can see how fine she is. Because she's fine, y'all. Fine. I ain't even going front. She looked like she could be one of those, those hip hop vixens, one of them hip hop vixens supposed to be in a music video or something. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, So, with that being said, baby girl, tell everybody where they can spend their hard-earned money on you.
Okay, you can find me on allmylinks.com/honeydipsy. You can find everything from my Pornhub to my OnlyFans, my mini vids, my X videos, whatever you want to find. My Twitter, if you want to just stare at my face all day and my ass cheeks, my Twitter is honey_dipsy. Had to remember it to try to keep me down.
And y'all go spend that money and give her that money, people. I also see that you're supposed to be going. You going to the Exotica in Miami?
I am. I'm going. Oh, God, yes. So much. I'm going to Exotica, and then I'm going on vacation right after.
So who you plan to work with while you down there at the Exotica?
Let's see. I'm supposed to work with Ariel, Pure Magic Ariel Pure Magic, Ariel Pure Magic, Faye and Cheddar. Oh, sorry, Destiny Mira. It's just a bunch of really great people. Super excited. A few more. I can't give out my whole list. I got a bunch of series coming. At least 10.
Sure. See, that's what I'm talking about. See, I ain't even get to the point of how you pace yourself for doing it. See, that's why I got to bring her back, people. So now we got to talk about. I'm telling you.
Just so know that I'm king of this shit.
Yeah, she is the king of this shit. Trust me on that, this piece, because I can see that you put it down on Artie. Mm-hmm. Yes. As well as Porter Rock, goddamn, because you got Porter Rock with it. Yes, Lord. And when the head go back, you got him. You got him. Every time. That's how I know how good the scene is with Porter Rock. Especially if he getting head, if their head go back and that mouth go open, she killing him.
One of these days, I'm going to make a compilation of all the end of my scenes, because I swear to you, this is not even exaggeration. At the end of almost all my scenes, especially a head scene, you hear either I win or that shit's God or oh my God, your head is crazy. Like, literally over and over. It's just a complication of different voices saying, oh, yeah. Oh my God. I have one guy being like, oh, you win, I can't. I have one guy, I put someone in an asthma attack once. It was
shit.
One time. Like he passed. No, I'm so serious. Like he nutted so hard that he passed out.
That happened to me before. But dog, the asthma attack, that's funny as fuck. Damn. Girl, you got that dangerous hit. I made him nut
right after. Nope, it's soup mouth. You call me soup mouth.
Soup mouth. Well, shit, I see why I got taken. Shit.
Because I made him nut I made him nut twice, and the third time he was getting ready to nut when he passed out. So I made him nut, and then like maybe 15 to 20 seconds later, I made him nut again. So he was trying to like push me off him, but like when he tried to push me off, I put his balls in my mouth too. So like he just passed out.
I see. I would have loved working with you. I see. We would have made some beautiful scenes together. Most definitely, yo. Fellas, y'all need to go holler at her for real, yo. She's a legend in the making. I'm telling you. I'm telling you, people. Trust me. I know. And when I say it, you can take it to the bank and cash that check, and trust me, it won't bounce, motherfuckers. She's a bad chick, baby. So with that being said, you know how we end this all day, every day here on the Smokers Lounge. Life is a learning experience. What's the point of the experience? You didn't learn anything. Smoke this over. Thank you for coming to the lounge, baby girl. Can't wait to bring you back.
Stay fast. I can't wait to come back. Bye, love.
And one more thing.
Oh, yes, babe.
I was looking at your picture on all my links with the white hair.
Yeah.
I don't know if anyone ever told you. There's this female wrestler named Jade Cargill. Damn if you don't look like her in that picture.
I'm going to go check it out.
Damn, you don't look like her. And I ain't even going to lie. You ought to send a tweet say, yeah, I'm that bitch. Because that's what she like to say. That's what she like to say. So with that, baby girl, tell the listeners goodbye, baby.
God loves. Thank you guys for having me. Thanks for listening.
No lie, this is the best dispensary in Oakland. They have a wide range of flower and eighth starting as low as $15.
Have a Heart is the premier recreational cannabis dispensary in Oakland. They carry only the best California-produced flower, cartridges, pre-rolls, and more. If you need help ordering, their dispensary staff is extensively trained to answer any and all questions you may have and help you find the best weed products specifically for you. They have great in-store options as well as in-store pickup where you order online and skip the line. They deliver cannabis to Oakland, Emeryville, Berkeley, San Leandro, and Alameda. They're located at 709 Broadway in Oakland, 94607. Monday through Sunday, 8 a.m. to 10 p.m.
Great shop, great selection, great price, great people, great vibes.